Señora Presidenta.
Madam President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola. Members of the European Parliament, Excellencies, I accept with gratitude, but above all, with immense responsibility, the European Parliament's decision to award the Sájarov Prize to the tireless leader María Corina Machado and myself. This prize carries with it a rich historical legacy. I personally feel that this distinction commits me in a very special way to the memory of those who have preceded me in receiving it. I'm referring to notable leaders such as Nelson Mandela, Alexander Dubček, Alexei Navalny, or the Cuban dissidents Osvaldo Payá and Guillermo Fariñas. And, of course, many of those who accompany us in the struggle in Venezuela, and the inspiration and namesake of this award, physicist and Nobel Peace Prize winner Andrei Sájarov. Allow me, however, to accept it with humility on behalf of the people of Venezuela. It is those people who truly embody the spirit of this prize, in recognition of their courageous struggle to restore freedom and democracy in Venezuela. Despite the clarity of the sovereign and popular mandate that we Venezuelans issued in the elections of 28th July last, those who still occupy the highest positions of state have decided to openly ignore it. This has not taken us by surprise. We, as Venezuelans, very well know what we are up against. We are facing a regime which has seriously undermined human rights, democratic institutions, and the system of freedoms. It is, in short, an autocratic state that wants us to act against what our consciences dictate. Those who seek to hijack what belongs to all Venezuelans know that sooner rather than later our country will return to the course and direction already set by our people. Abuse and violence are simply a clumsy instrument today to postpone the inevitable.
Our political numbers have tragically exponentially increased at the hands of dictatorship in recent months, understand this better than anyone. As the experience of those who have received this award in previous years have shown, the long road to freedom has always been fought with challenge. Therefore, I wish to highlight two important insights. First, this is not the first time that Venezuelans have faced similar hardships. Decades ago, our country have already overcame great antagonism, reaching the necessary maturity for a healthy coexistence among political adversaries. Although the difficult moments presented throughout our history have been numerous, we have emerged strengthened from each, more resilient, wiser, and more patient.
Secondly, we can conclude from our own history that no government sustained by violence is stable. The underlying reality is that we Venezuelans want to advance along paths of freedom, democracy, and understanding between all of us. Those who today usurp the institutions of the state know that many of their own and many of their former supporters share this desire to advance along new paths. That is why we won the 28 July elections so resoundingly. This demonstrated that Venezuela is not divided, as some would claim. Rather, we are united in a single desire for change and prosperity, in Spanish. That is why my personal commitment since I stood as presidential candidate for the democratic forces has always been to reach out to all those parties willing to come together to advance along this path of harmony and national unity. The fact that this award has been given to María Corina and myself today not only reinforces that commitment, it also symbolizes unity among democrats of the world who today, more than ever, need one another. Venezuela counts on you, because the struggle for freedom and democracy in our country is also the struggle for those values all over the world. Long live free Venezuela.